TekkaBooSon. I mean that, TekkaBoo.
What a brilliant win that was against Spurs. So I just wanted to give my thoughts on the game. I think we started with a 3-5-1-1 to get the formation out of the way. And I mean, I was quite concerned before the game because obviously we weren't sure if Bakayoko was going to start, if he was fit, and obviously we're missing Fabregas. But Conte, as he always does, he pulled the formation out of his hat. He puts players into positions that suit them rather than trying to put square pegs in round holes, which is what I absolutely love about him and which is why he's so successful here. And he did it again, and he put together this formation which fit all our players, but it was really dependent on whether Bakayoko's fitness was up there or not. So we started off brightly. Morata had an awful miss. There's nothing much I can really say about it. I mean, he looks quality in the air, and I think these are the type of chances that the more he plays and the sharper he gets, it's going to be chances he's going to be burying on a regular basis, but it was a really, really poor miss. I thought we were quite solid defensively the first 25 minutes. I mean, we weren't really offering too much in attack, but Spurs weren't really doing much either. I mean, they're mostly sort of resorting for like long-range shots, and Courtois made a couple of good saves, which you'd expect him to make as a world-class keeper. And then Alonso just banged in a magnificent free kick, and this is one of the reasons why I think he's one of, if not the best free kick taker in the league. His technique is absolutely fantastic, and it's the kind of thing that he converts into his crosses. He's not as good at crossing as free kick taking, but he almost makes Willian redundant in that regard. And I'll get on Willian in a bit, but yeah, Alonso is just, his free kicks are fantastic, and he put it right in the top corner, and it's absolutely what we needed in the game. Like I said, the first 25 minutes were quite solid defensively, and then it all sort of went downhill a little bit in the next 20 minutes. Spurs started attacking with a bit more potency. Azpilicueta, uncharacteristically, was quite sloppy. There was two occasions actually where he jumped in and he didn't win the ball, and it almost cost us a goal, or at least Spurs getting a good chance. Luiz was the same, and Rudiger, I didn't see much of him against Burnley, only with the matchday highlights, but he looked so sloppy, he looked so out of place, and there was a time when I think it was Kane slipped in and he was all over the place. So just looking at who is this guy that we spent 30 million on. Second half we come out, we're far more solid. We had a few chances to sort of push out, and Willian, he's so wasteful. I said on Twitter, he's like the most negative Brazilian player I've ever seen. The amount of times he's on the ball and he takes a couple of touches, maybe a couple of touches too many sometimes, and you see someone make a run and you're just like, play the pass, just play it, and take that risk, you know, and he would play it back to the centre-backs, and it's so frustrating. Anyway, like I said, we were more solid defensively. Spurs were dictating play and holding the possession and not really doing much of it, but they were definitely in control of the game. The likes of Rudiger, Azpilicueta and Luiz looked a bit more solid and a bit more confident in themselves. So it was very interesting to watch, because it was going to swing one way or the other, in that either we were going to counter and score, or Spurs were going to nick a goal, and then we would have been in serious trouble. Then Pochettino took Eric Dyer off, so I can totally understand his thinking there. He needs to take the risk, so he takes off a more defensive player for a more attacking player. However, like I said, they were in complete control of the game at the time, and it was, I don't know, it was a risk he maybe needed to take 10 minutes from that time, or 50 minutes from that time, when they're really, really chasing the game. But I thought they were in quite a lot in control, and I thought it was a poor decision, and it really opened the game up for us. Willian once again was wasteful on a number of occasions, and it really frustrated me. Morata, though, he showed a bit of a spark. He didn't really get much service, to be honest. He picked the ball up though on the left wing, I remember, and he showed quite a burst of pace, which I didn't even realise he had. So that's quite exciting, and the fact that he can pick the ball up and beat a man is definitely something that we need from a striker. Then there was a period where Spurs were in control of the game again, obviously pushing for the equaliser. The likes of Marcus Alonso, Kante, Luiz were brilliant in that period. Christensen as well made a really good block. I remember, actually, I think it was against Harry Kane, and it's just, he seemed to sort of grow into the game, and there's been a lot of talk about Christensen over the last couple of years, because he's obviously been out on loan, he's been impressing, and it's just whether or not he can do it in the Premier League, and it's really promising to see that his first couple of games he's looked really decent. Bakayoko as well, I haven't really mentioned him so far in the video, but Obviously, it was his first game. He's not fully fit, so I'm not going to judge him on it. But he looked decent. He looked powerful. He's willing to bring the ball out as well as defend. So I definitely think he's a much more rounded player than Nemanja Matic. Then Morata was more involved defensively in the game. He was putting together some really good defensive headers, similar to sort of what Drogba and after him Torres used to do. And he comes off, Batshuayi comes on, and he scored an own goal, which was really poor and definitely isn't going to help him returning to the starting lineup anytime soon. I've got to say, in the build-up to the free kick as well, Willian once again had the ball, and he had so many chances to get rid of it. He had so many chances to relieve the pressure, and he kept on backing into the player, trying to win a free kick, trying to beat him, just messing around with the ball as he always does, and it cost us a free kick in the end. So again, Willian, I'm placing some blame on him. I thought he had a really, really shoddy game. And then just when we're thinking we've thrown a 1-0 lead away unnecessarily because of an own goal, though to be honest I would have probably taken a point versus Spurs away, Alonso pops up with a goal, and it wasn't the best goal because you've got to say that Lloris has got to save that. Like, not even a goalkeeper of Lloris's class, just any goalkeeper's got to save that. But we got lucky, and Alonso's got a brace from left wing back, which really makes you question, do we really need Alexandro? In that goal as well, Kante was brilliant breaking out. He shrugged off a challenge really, really well. Most players probably would have gone down. Kante's only small as well, so to show that amount of strength and balance is brilliant. And then Luiz won the ball back, and it was very key actually because Tottenham actually had a player free on the right, I think. So that could have swung either way, but it was an absolutely brilliant challenge from Luiz to win the ball back, and then obviously we scored. So it really was a massive 3 points for us, really, really massive, especially as we lost to Burnley, admittedly with 9 men. But with everything surrounding the club at the moment, with Diego Costa and everything, we could have easily lost the first 2 games, and everyone's thinking 15-16 season, panic mode, Conte's gone, everything's shutting down. But it was really, it's just such a massive 3 points. And on reflection, I mean, 3-2 against Burnley, we showed spark in the second half that we are not willing to just lie down and die, even with 9 men. And to beat Spurs away, any team, is such a good result. I mean, if you'd have told me at the start of the season we'd have 3 points from our first 2 games against Burnley at home and Spurs away, assuming obviously we'd lose at Spurs, then I would have taken that. So it's good. I mean, it's good signs that we're not going to implode, and if we get a couple of signings in, we get Hazard back to fitness and get Bakayoko full fit as well, I mean, there's no reason why it has to be all doom and gloom, you know.